all, I'm Jamie Lynn Sigler, a mom, actor, and advocate. I know how overwhelming it can be trying to decide which treatment is right for you. I've been there. But you should know you're not alone. You can do this. Start with some research, talk to the community, and most importantly, don't be afraid to ask your doctor questions. You might find results that speak for themselves. That's how I landed on Kesimpta. Ask your doctor if Kesimpta, ofatumumab, could be right for you. You can check out the details at kesimpta.com.
Right, wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and welcome to the post-match chit-chat show. So hopefully we'll get this ball rolling and see who joins to come and talk about your club and your team. So see if anybody joins. I've come back from the Bradford City game. Actually, I'll go through the league results first. So starting off in the Championship, Cardiff 1, Oxford 1, Hull 2, Preston 1, Leeds 6, Stoke 0, Luton 3, Bristol 1, Millwall 3, Norwich 1, Plymouth 3, Coventry 1, Portsmouth 1, Watford 0, QPR 1, Swansea 2, Sheffield Wednesday 2, Middlesbrough 1, Sunderland 0, Blackburn 1, West Brom 1, Derby 3. Currently in the 59th minute, Burnley 2, Sheffield United 1. Barnsley 1 in League 1, it was Barnsley 1, Peterborough 1, Blackpool 1, Wrexham 2, Bristol 0, Stevenage 1. Peterborough 1, Burnham 2, Cambridge 1, Leyton Orient 2, Crawley 3, Exeter 1, Lincoln 4, Bolton 2, Mansfield 1, Reading 5, Northampton 4, Shrewsbury 1, Stockport County 2, Huddersfield 1, Wigan 1, Rotherham 0, Wickham 0, Charlton 4 into the League 2, Newport 0, Walsall 0. Apparently there's a handball decision in that last couple of minutes of that game. Then we've got Ackerlin Stanley 1, Carlangle 1, Barrow 0, Tranmere 0, Chesterfield 3, Bradford 3, Crewe 0, MK Dons 1, Doncaster 3, Colchester 0, Gillingham 1, Wimbledon 0, Harrogate Town 3, Fleetwood 1, Morecambe 1, Salford 3, Notts County 1, Cheltenham 2, Port Vale 2, Grimsby 2, and then Swindon 0, Bromley 1, and then deep further dive into National League. We got Working 3, Aldershot 0, Braintree 0, Dagenham Redbridge 0, Eastleigh 1, Yeovil 0, Ebbsfleet 0, Southend 4, Halifax 0, Atrium 3, Forest Green 3, Tamworth 0, Hartlepool 3, Gateshead 2, Rochdale 0, AFC Flyde 0, Sunny Almost 3, Boston 2, Sutton 1, Barnet 3, Willstone 1, Maidenhead 1, York 1 and Oldham 1. So if you want to come on and have a chat about your team, feel free, because you probably don't want to hear my voice all the time. So if you fancy coming and join, feel free. Just send a request in. So with the Bradford City game, obviously Bradford were 2-0 up, and obviously they messed it up. From goals from Poynton, Saab and Pattison, with Metcalf, Grigg and Mandeville in there. So yeah, can we have a chit chat about your club? Did your team win? Did your team lose? Feel free to come and join me. You probably don't want to hear my voice all day. So come and talk about your club. How's it going, Cliff? You alright, Cliff?
What a disgrace, man.
Yep.
Why? Why did he put Tommy Lee on?
Exactly.
Could have put Lapsley on.
So I'm just going to...
Why make subs? There was no wrong with the team.
yeah, it were one of them, wasn't it, Cliff?
It's another 3 points thrown away, isn't it?
Yeah, throwing it up league out of there.
Yeah, I said to my cousin, I said this, when we were, 3-1 up, wasn't it? I said, this is going to be another Swindon game, watch.
And
It was ridiculous, man.
yeah, so I'm just going to mute you now, Cliff. Going to head over to Becky, who's a Doncaster fan.
Hey up, mate. How are you doing? I'm not coming to gloat, I promise.
Well, 3-0 up and we upped it up, didn't we?
Yeah, it's. I was looking at the tweets from your fans, really. I think the general consensus were the subs that Alexander made when you were 3-1 up. People seem to be unhappy about that.
Yeah, because Lapsley got injured.
Right.
He was feeling a bit poorly.
Right.
So he came off. Yeah. So what happened at your game? Tell us about your game.
It was. I mean, the first 35 minutes, to be honest, were brilliant. I didn't expect it. I thought we'd probably get a point based on our home form and our kind of record against the top 10, but we scored 2 brilliant goals. I'm kind of running out of superlatives for Molineux. I actually don't think we'll keep Molineux even if we go up now. I think we'll get some decent money for him because he's got 2 years left on his contract, but I do think another team might come and snatch him up. But yeah, second half, we didn't start well. You could feel that nervous energy sort of coming out stadium. We didn't have any control over the game. They had a man sent off after about 75 minutes, and from there, we regained control. But yeah, I mean, the most important thing, obviously, at this stage is to get that 3 points. We did that. I think all the results went our way again, same as they did on Friday. So from a Donny perspective, yeah, it's looking pretty good at this stage.
Happy days. Right, I'm just going to mute you for a minute. Stoney won. Are you there, Stoney?
Yes.
What team do you support, bud?
Chesterfield.
Come on then, tell us what happened.
So it was a great game. We're losing 2-0, and then we scored 1, and then it's 3-3 in it.
Yeah, so I was a Bradford fan. I left 70th minute. My little heart couldn't take it, so I left. I think about 80th minute I left actually. Got in car and I listened to it all, and then you guys scored every time. So what was going through your head when you scored?
Well, don't know, to be fair, it was just mental.
All right. What else?
No.
Thanks for coming. Declan,
Yeah.
Walsall fan. What went wrong there?
I'll say the second half we just got worse. First half, but first 15 minutes we was looking all right, but second half was shocking. Like last game as well against Harrogate.
So yeah. So what else you want to know about your game?
Just shocking, really. Yeah, you should be winning games against Newport.
All right. Fair dues. Thanks for coming. Tom, I'll unmute you. Are you there, Tom?
Yeah, I'm there.
Are you Hartlepool fan?
Yeah, Hartlepool today, and my main team's Newcastle, but I watch Hartlepool as well because of my granddad.
So what happened with Hartlepool then? Obviously, you'll
We won
3-2.
3-2 against Gateshead. I'm fucking buzzing. Honestly. I went to the match, and I was just taking the piss.
So Hartlepool, you are currently 11th.
Yeah, I know there's no chance of getting playoffs. Sad about that, but just happy that we won.
Okay. Oh, elsewhere, bud?
No, nothing else really.
Okay, thanks for coming. And before we get to the Doncaster fan, if you feel like joining, feel free. Please put requesting, and I will be with you in a minute. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mute you, and then I'll come to you. So if your microphone is muted, don't worry, I'll unmute it eventually. So, Liam, was it Isaac? Isaac? Liam? Isaac, I don't get with an L. Obviously, we've got Miss Becky here as well. I'll mute on Miss Becky as well because obviously you're both Donny fans. So, yeah.
Isaac, mate.
Yeah, so, Isaac, what's happening then?
We're going to win the league.
Don't blow your own trumpet yet, mate. Don't count your pies.
Very good result today, I think. That challenge on Sterry after our corner, he was sprinting down to try and get ball, and his shoulder barge, not like at side, like in his back and his chest, Sterry to the floor, and he's only got a booking for it. It were the foul. It's arguably a red, arguably a yellow, but I thought it were a red. Port Vale result, great. Bradford result good in our favour. Wimbledon lost, County lost. Everything's gone for us today.
Yeah, so looking at the league table, Doncaster at top on 78. Port Vale 77, who got a late draw. Very late draw. Bradford bottle jobbing it. Third in 75 in third. Walsall fourth on 74. AFC Wimbledon fifth on 70 points. Notts County sixth on 69. And Grimsby seventh on 67.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I don't know about the title still. I'm not kind of counting my chickens in that regard. I think we've got 2 tough games to come now. We'll get promotion if we beat Bradford on Saturday. A draw might be enough depending on if Walsall draw or lose their game. But obviously with us being the 12:30 kickoff, we won't know that until after. So I don't know about the title. I think the title's still wide open, but you know, I don't want to tempt fate, but I'm thinking we might have just done enough now to get promotion.
Yeah, it's FA Cup final day next Saturday for Doncaster Bradford.
It is, absolutely.
If Bradford win 75, 76, 77, we could actually go top on goal difference if we beat you 2 or 3-0.
Yeah, I looked at that earlier.
So if Bradford win, I reckon it's going to come down to the last game of the season. Always.
I think so.
Have you got anything else, Becky? Or
No, I'm good. I'll let someone else come in.
All right, just mute you, then I'll bring you back in a bit, yeah? So then we've got the hardest geezer. You all right, bud?
Good username. How are we doing, pal? You good?
What team do you support, bud?
Chesterfield, mate.
Come on. What happened then? Obviously, you end up drawing, but from a Chesterfield fan...
I just want to point out before we get into it, mate, I used to live in Shipley. What a place Bradford is, by the way. BD18, great place. Yeah, mate, I thought first half you lot was some of the best side I've seen all season. I thought Bobby Poynton were class. I thought Sarcevic were a good player. And I says to me pal after 20 minutes, I said Bradford are going to run away with this. It's going to be about a 4-5-0 to them lot. And then we got a goal back just before half time. In the second half, I thought we're a completely different side. I thought Cookie had slapped us up our arse a bit at half time, and we come out like going for it and that, and we got the 3-3 in the end. But I thought after about 60-70 minutes it was playful for both sides, to be honest.
Yes, I were at the game, obviously we're 2-0 up, everyone's buzzing, everyone's getting proper giddy about it all, and then you score a goal before half time to make it 2-1, going 2-1 up. I'm thinking, here we go. Bradford then score to make it 3-1, or in Wonderland, thinking, proper buzzing. Yeah. And then I went and got some pop, came back, and you scored 3-2.
Yeah, mate.
Honestly, I left about the 80th minute. I went, I can't hack this.
Yeah.
So I left the ground, completely left. Put radio leads on, listened to it on radio leads, and then you scored typically. And I was fuming.
Well, I thought, Michael Ollie, I can't say his name properly. Oligby, number 34, and Liam Mandeville. I thought they was workhorses today. Mandy at the back of Chesterfield, number 7. I thought he's always a workhorse anyway, but he managed scoring like 90 plus 2, and I thought to myself, I'll take a point because we can mathematically get the playoffs if teams lose. So we just need to win every game now.
So looking at the league table. Chesterfield are 10th
Yes.
64 points, and your next game is Markham, who have been relegated today from the EFL. So I went to the Green King pub.
Yeah.
And there were quite a few friendly people there, but then there were quite not so friendly people there. Looked like I won't welcome kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it was an alright pub, and I just thought it was going to be a good game, but surprise, surprise, we drew with crap. And then
The problem with us, mate, is, sorry to cut you short there, mate, the problem with us is we've got Morecambe next. They've got nothing to play for now, Morecambe, so they could end up ultimately beating us in our hopes for the playoffs, which I think is quite a normal thing in football. When the teams have got no to play for, they're the ones who kind of come away like 2-0 winners or something, so...
Hey all, I'm Jamie Lynn Sigler, a mom, actor, and advocate. I know how overwhelming it can be trying to decide which treatment is right for you. I've been there. But you should know you're not alone. You can do this. Start with some research, talk to the community, and most importantly, don't be afraid to ask your doctor questions. You might find results that speak for themselves. That's how I landed on Kesimpta. Ask your doctor if Kesimpta, ofatumumab, could be right for you. You can check out the details at kesimpta.com.
It's one of them sticky situations, you know what I mean? They've got no to play for. We've got everything to gain. So I don't really know what we're going to get at Morecambe, like, but hopefully it's going to be 3 points. And yeah, but I think the winners of the league. I wanna. It's a tough one, mate. I'm gonna say Doncaster, but I think Bradford. My heart's saying Donny, but my head's saying Bradford.
Okay. Have you got anything else you want to chat about your team, bud?
No, mate. I just hope we would have got 3 points from you, but we didn't. So no, mate. If you want to drop me down, mate, appreciate having me on, mate. Take care.
Thank you.
All right, mate. All the best.
And then, just like the Power, what I love about this is we've got Ram, who is a Morecambe fan.
I am indeed.
What's happened?
No, mate, just terrible.
National League, you've trapdoor's gone, mate. Your National League, what's your thoughts?
Not much I can say. It's been coming the whole season.
Did you play okay, though, against Salford, or did it just...
They had...
feel Pete's on?
They dominated us. They had 30 shots with, I think, 15, 16 on target. I think they had about 10 shots in the first half. Went 2-0 up. We clawed one back in the 52nd minute with Jan Sango. And then they just dominated us again.
So, do you think, obviously now you're National League, do you think your manager's going to stay? Do you think your players are going?
No, everyone's going. I don't think we'll survive until we get a new owner.
Oh, okay. Is that what else you want to say, Ram?
Yeah.
Any last words on your team?
Not much I can say. We were just not fighting for anything. When we played Carlisle at home, we looked like we didn't want it. We didn't perform. We just showed no determination to get the 3 points.
All right. Thanks for coming in here, Ram.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers. So, if it lets me unblock your roll. How's it? .tam is crashed. So, have I? Oh. There we go. You should be able to.
Free fall now.
Yeah. It won't let me unblock. Here it is. There we go. So, anything else you guys want to talk about your team or?
I think we looked tired in that second half. I think we've played 4 games in 10 days because we had the game in hand over Salford. We worked really, really hard in that first half. We pressed them, and I thought we came out looking tired in that second half. Obviously, them getting a man sent off after 75 minutes helped, and we were able to put that kind of gloss on the result with getting that third goal. I hope McCann gives them a rest over the next couple of days because we've got injuries as well, just to try and give them the best opportunity that they've got, obviously, going into the Bradford game on Saturday.
Yeah. So, what do you think the score is going to be for the Doncaster game on Saturday?
I mean, both teams seem to like scoring goals, don't they? So
3-2, Donna.
I'd probably say 2-2. I mean, I thought we'd draw today, and we ended up winning quite comfortably. So that goes to show. I think Bradford need the result so much that I think it'll be a tough. I think that the Notts County away game will be slightly easier than our game on Saturday. So I'm going to go 2-2.
What about yourself, Cliff?
Well, like Becky said, both teams are wanting these points. I'm going to sit on fence. I'm going to go for a draw because we're going to throw everything at Doncaster. Doncaster's going to throw everything at us. So yeah, I think it's going to be a draw. I think it's going to come down to wire.
I mean, hopefully we can keep this streak up, but for the past couple of games, manager or player, we've had... Did I say for the past 5 games or past couple? I meant to say past 5. We've had... The opposition had a man sent off against us. Tranmere was only the manager, but 4 other games, we've been playing against 10 men, so hopefully we can keep that up and do it against Bradford.
Right, I'm just going to mute you, Isaac, and then I'll bring you all back in again. Emily? I can't pronounce your name. Yeah. Come on, mate. You're at game.
I know. I thought, what a rubbish first half from us. You all over us. And then second half, thought, we have a chance here. But it was unlucky we didn't beat you. But yeah.
Yeah, just like left 80th minute, I thought, can't cope with this, and then you score, and surprise, you go and break our hearts again.
Yeah, I know. I thought it was going to be about 4-0 in the first half, to be honest. And the referee was rubbish.
So, Chesterfield. So, you're playing Morecambe next. Do you reckon you've got a hope?
Yeah, if we win next 2, maybe.
Oh, what else you got to... What do you want to say, mate?
Who's your number 8 called?
Our number 8.
He's got like a dodgy name.
Is it Teo? Defender?
Someone like that.
Oh,
honestly.
Kavanagh.
Yeah, what a cheat. What a cheat.
I saw him go down. I'm thinking, what's happening here?
Yeah, they were... Honestly, any time they got tapped, they were down on the floor. I thought, my God. What? Yeah.
Yeah, have you got else to say? What else to say, bud?
No, I'm alright, mate.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Sad we didn't win.
Joint club. I'm gutted. Right, let's try this guy again. See if it works. You right there, bud?
Yeah, you.
What team do you support?
York, mate.
So, York, today, you drew 1-1 against Oldham.
Yeah, we did. It was probably...
Leeds are falling apart again.
It was one of the best I've seen them all season. We've struggled, physically, which has been very different. We're normally putting up physical battles with these other teams, but losing them in midfield has probably been best side at season so far, and midfield didn't turn up. They should have won, if anything, really.
So you're currently second.
Yeah.
On 90 points. Barnet 96, Forest Green 79, Oldham 70, Rochdale 68, Halifax 67, Gateshead 66, and then Southend 64, and Atrium 63, and then Tamworth on 60.
Yeah.
So are you going up? Do you think you're going to go up?
I hope so, but I think we will. The teams in the playoffs don't look as good like they look about as good as a mid-table team in our league. I think we're the only team in the playoffs who look good enough to go up and do well in league, other than Forest Green. Forest Green, so it's probably us in Forest Green who will be in final, I'd expect, but it'll be a good battle. But I think we're just, in attack-wise, I think we'll score lots more goals than Forest Green, obviously with Pierce being best striker in the league.
Okay, but thank you for coming.
No worries, mate.
All right, here we go. This is going to be fun. Bolas.
Oh, hey! 9 minutes away from going back into the Premier League.
Yeah, so you actually you demolished Stoke 6-0, bud.
Yeah, we're just waiting now. Burnley are beating Sheffield United 2-1.
So you're going up, yeah? You're definitely going up?
We're going up, yep. Then we just need to decide if we're going up as flipping champions or not. Hey!
You think you're going to stay up, though?
That's a different story, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it's the last 10 years up there it's just blown it totally apart.
So your next game is Bristol.
Yep, at home next Monday.
So that's when so you're gonna smash it, go up. Can you click?
Well, yeah, we just need to go up as champions. But I just think when you look at like the Premier League now, when you've got likes of Tottenham and Man United and stuff like that, are way off the pace. And it's a scary league, but got to be there, haven't you?
Yep. Any last words, Bolas?
No. Just I love Halifax and I don't mind York and this Doncaster fan. Just keep training, mate. You'll get there one day. Yeah.
Cheers, Bolas.
Cheers. Bye. Quality.
If anyone else fancies joining, feel free to put a request in. We're going to be here for a little bit longer, so feel free. I'll unblock all you three now.
So, Johnny, what do you think? Do you think we'll get in our tours?
If we beat Doncaster, yes. Doncaster next week, FA Cup final.
I think Alexander needs to take a strong look at the team. Because as I said earlier, the subs that he made were pathetic.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello. So what team do you support, bud?
Grimsby Town.
So tell us then what's happened.
So I just sort of finished work and actually I looked at the score, it was like 2-0 up, like yes, get in. And I had a look, it was 2-0, so what the fuck's going on here? And then one of the mates went, and apparently one of their first goals was a mark like 2 yards offside. And so we just did the same as Harrogate really. We was 2-0 up and we just threw a 2-goal lead away, which was... I saw the second goal, which was a bit of a ridiculous defending, but... Yeah, so like I said, it's not the end of the world, there's 2 games left. I don't know what or negativity around that, but like I said, Port Vale is a probably a tough place considering they're in the top 3, probably fighting for the title as we speak. So it's a good point, I guess. But then again, to throw a 2-goal lead away, it's not very good, is it? But
your next game is against the fake Dons, the MK Dons.
Yeah, I think we'll do it. I think, like I said, we'll take good numbers there, like we did today, and try and go again. Like I said, it's in our hands, and and like I said, so our manager watched his post-match interview. Even he said we had at the start of the season to get where we are now. I'll snap your hand off because last season, if you've noticed, we've improved from last year, and obviously we've had loads of injuries and we're in the relegation battle now enough last year, and we've got the smallest budget in the league. We haven't got a big budget at all, and to get in the playoff position with that amount, it's bonkers. And obviously the goal difference, and obviously we had one fit striker for 3-4 months, and we had no midfielders. We had to play full backs in midfield. Yeah, I mean, we have done well. So, yeah. So, two big games to go.
Yep. Have you got any last words, Bud, before I cut you off?
Oh, sorry, mate. I'll go now.
You just can stay on for a couple more minutes, like, I'm just saying if you got any last words.
Oh, no last words. How did Bradford get on today?
We were 3-1 up and we messed it up. End up drawing 3-3.
Oh, wow, same game as us. What the hell?
We were 3-0 up, 2-0 up, then they scored to make it 2-1. And then we scored again, and then ended up scoring 2 goals to fight back and draw. What the annoying thing was, yeah.
Damn. And also keep an eye on Donny as well, because they won, didn't they? Donny, and obviously, I know one of their fans. So we do you a favour back.
Yeah, Donny smashed it.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for going on, Bud, anyway.
That's all right, anytime.
Cheers. If anyone else fancies coming on, feel free.
Yeah, I just want to have a quick shout out. Actually, Liam Mandeville that equalised for Chesterfield today. He's a Donny lad. Came through our youth system. Didn't get a massive amount of chances with Donny, but a bit of a fan's favourite nonetheless. So that went down well when Donny fans realised that he was the one that equalised. I mean, the actual reaction to the fans when we saw that it was 3-3 at your place, it was like we'd scored a goal. So.
It wouldn't surprise me, obviously. Everyone's watching each other's games. I couldn't get a signal at the game whatsoever. I couldn't even check scores. I had to ask someone behind me.
Well, I didn't realise that they were all on Sky Plus today. I assumed that it were like 3 o'clock blackout, forgetting that this was Monday and not Saturday. So I probably would have had the game on my phone, actually, if I'd have realised.
Yeah. We've got Bantams falling apart again. Bradford bottle jobs. And then someone's put good afternoon, Becky, with a wink.
Liam, afternoon.
So Liam is Chesterfield.
Yeah, Liam Mandeville's the player that scored the equaliser against you guys today.
Yeah, if you feel like coming on, Liam, feel free to come and have a quick chit chat. You're not supposed to be on your phone, lads. I don't know whatever that means.
I don't think it's a case of Bradford bottled it. It's a case of the manager made bad decisions. That's all I can put it down to. Yeah, Chesterfield came out of the blocks second half, but I reckon we could have took that game with the team that he put out.
Yeah, I think a lot of Bradford fans on Twitter have said that, since the Swindon game, the subs that is made have been very negative. And it's just causing you mentally to be more negative and then conceding them last minute goals.
Yeah, well, it was like beginning that season. He was playing players out of position.
Yeah.
And what are we supposed to do? But he's up in the stand. It was his last match banter there. But why on earth he put... He didn't put Lapsley on. He could have done. And I'm rather annoyed over that.
Yeah.
There was no need to change any team, really.
Right, I'm just going to mute you again, guys and girls. Mark, you okay, hon?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm totally fine.
Come on, what happened, hon? Tell me about it.
What happened with you? I thought you was winning today. 3-1 up and you messed it up.
Yeah, it's just, yeah. So, I mean, I get your perspective and match data, stats data and everything on your 2-1 loss to Cheltenham, and Jack even scored. So what happened, mate?
What happened? I don't know what happened. I really don't. The referee weren't the best, but I'm not going to complain about that. Tactics.
So you
took Grant off, and that's it.
So looking at...
Badou headed the ball down to the to the player for him to score the first goal. Second goal, he was a bit like McGoldrick. There's nothing you could have done about it. It was just a class finish.
So looking at your stats, obviously Jata scored to make it 1-0, and then Cheltenham changed it to prime Barcelona. Thomas 75th minute, Archer 89th, and what was going through your head when Archer scored in the 89th minute?
It was a good goal. It was a really good goal. There's nothing the goalkeeper could have done about it. The first goal, Badou, instead of heading it like out, put it behind for a corner or further down into the box, further away, he headed it straight into the player, and he put it in the back of the net.
Did you manage to shush anybody this week?
No, apart from the Bradford fans.
Right, I'll come back to you in a minute, Mark. So then we've got Archie, who should be here.
Afternoon, mate.
How's it going, Archie? Remind me what team you support again.
Chesterfield.
Come on then. What was your thoughts, bud, on your obviously Bradford 2-0 up and then we messed it up?
Yeah. I want to be completely honest, I'm not sure how we've grabbed anything there. I think that when you brought your subs on, I think that's what changed the game for us. I'm not quite sure what happened, but we had a different sort of momentum after that, which you wouldn't expect following like subs. You expect more energy from your team if you're making changes, but it seemed to flip the game in our favour a bit. I thought you were a different class when you had your starting team out there. And yeah, going back to what Becky said, Liam Mandeville, Doncaster born, what beautiful, beautiful man he is. And I think we can push on and probably get playoffs now. If results end up going our way, we'll have to see. But who knows?
Yeah, you got else to say, Archie, lad?
Don't think so, mate.
Thanks for coming on.
No problem.
If anyone else fancies joining, feel free to come and join. Please make sure you're 16 or above. Oh, so I've unmuted you all again there.
Say what happened, Johnny, in your game. You were 3-1 up at half time, weren't you? Come on, Johnny. I want to hear it.
I can't wait to hear about this.
Like, I want to hear what we're on.
So
I can watch it.
Yeah. 2-1 up, mate. Obviously flying. Get another goal after half a time. Everyone's like, yeah, we're top of the league, giving it all that. And then he just went to shit, politely putting it.
So did Alexander go all defensive again with his substitutes?
Yeah, some miracle he took. So we've got a fully fit midfielder on the bench, right? He's left him on the bench and he's brought a defender on and bunged him in midfield. And then he's cost us the game.
I agree with what emotional damage is put there. I really think Alexander subs cost us in the last 2 games.
I'd say that. But he did it at Swindon. It cost you at Swindon as well.
Exactly, Mark.
Have you got Smallwood back for your next game against us, or is it the final game that you've got?
Smallwood won't be back last game.
Last game. Well, it's good from a Donny perspective. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, so see what happens. Cliff, Becky, or Mark, have you got else you want to talk about?
Do you remember what I said, though, that Port Vale won't be top of the league at 5 p.m. today?
Yeah, they were lucky to get a win.
They got a draw, didn't they?
Yeah, 2-2. Deborah scored 5th minute. We've added time 95th minute.
Yeah, but like I said, they're not top now, are they, Donny?
Yeah. So, Mark, yeah. I know me and you have a bit of banter, and I know you proper love your data and stats and all that lot.
I don't. Well,
ball possession, you had 61%.
Yeah.
They had 39%. You had... It says here, total shots 23 compared to their 8. They had 4 shots. You had 4 shots on target. They had 3. Fouls committed 16-9. Offsides 23-8. You had 10 shots off target. They had 3 off target. You had 4 shots on target. They had 3. Block shots 9. They had 2. Hit the woodwork twice. There once. Shots inside the box 14 and 5. 9 and 3 shots outside the box. So that's some data for you there, Mac. Mark?
Hold on, let me just answer this question. Who do I think will win the league? I said Doncaster weeks ago that they'll win the league, and I still think Doncaster will.
For anyone that cares, Burnley and Leeds are 5 seconds away from getting promoted.
Yeah, it's just on Sky Sports now.
Yeah.
But the referee was shocking, right? We should have had one penalty, right? JDB Jones got like barged off the ball in the box. Nothing. This is the state of the referee. Jatta, the referee warned the player for pulling on Jatta's shirt. Next minute, the player pulls Jatta down to the ground and he gives a free kick the other way. It's unbelievable. I've got it on video as well. But the referee was shocking. He was literally shocking. They were just falling over. He was giving them a free kick. But they won the game. It was a goal like, well, not as good as McGoldrick's, but it was a top draw goal.
So, Mark, just to confirm, you're blaming the referee this week?
No, I'm not blaming the referee. I'm blaming Badu for his header. What he gave it straight to the player.
Do you just say Badu?
Badu, yeah.
Is he a dating site?
Badu, right? He heads the ball down. He could have headed it out for a corner. No, he just heads it straight to him.
Breaking news, Burnley and Leeds are now promoted to the Premier League.
Then, the second goal, it's just class, you know what I mean?
So was it a penalty, Mark?
Was it a penalty? So it can be given. It cannot be given. It's one of them, isn't it? You know what I mean? I don't...
Mark loves blaming referees, don't they?
Yeah, Mark.
How am I blaming the referee? I blame our defender for heading the ball to their player to score the first one. Bearing in mind, just before that, he hit the post. Right? Badu heads the ball down straight to him rather than heading it out. And the second one was a wonder goal.
So now you're
outside the box.
Post.
No, I'm not. Why am I blaming the post? Because there would have been 2-1 up earlier then, wouldn't there?
Mark, take a chill pill and roll on next week.
I'm not bothered. Playoffs it is. Or 8th.
Who do you want to play off, Mark?
Warsaw.
Yes.
Do we think Tranmere are going to survive now?
So looking
I think so.
It's looking that way, isn't it?
Yeah, Morecambe have finally crashed out of the relegation zone to the National League, and I think they're gonna crumble on. There's been a pitch invasion at Turf Moor. I hope every single one of them gets a 3-year ban. Right.
What's gone up? What happened in the Warsaw game? Because obviously I didn't see that. I was behind the stands. I heard.
It was wild.
The Walsall scored, but he Maradona'd it into the back of net.
Apparently it was handball, wasn't it?
It was.
Oh, it was.
It was the blatantest handball you've ever seen in your entire life.
And then I looked on Flash Scores where they had the cheer, and it was like top of the league, and then next minute it went down to like the word top of the league. It was like third.
Yeah, at the Donny game, I was already sat in the stadium at this point, and people were watching it on the phones. And we saw Walsall score, and everyone kind of head in hands, kind of thing. And then about 30 seconds later, everyone just erupted when they saw that it had been disallowed.
Yeah.
Right, Cliff. Have you got any last words?
Alexander, get the team sorted for next week.
I'd be worried next week. Donny can win it next week.
It's a tight game.
On the results.
Yeah, that is a tight game. I'm sitting on fence. I'm going for a draw.
Yeah, I just think Donny might win the league next week.
You've always had it in for us, Mark.
No, I haven't, Cliff. But I don't want that trophy being presented at Meadow Lane. Okay, so Donny, just beat him. Just beat him. No way, that trophy. That's going to be even worse.
I didn't think about that, to be fair.
You know what I mean? Think about it. If you win it at home, you get the trophies presentation at home.
I didn't realise we could actually win the league next week on Saturday. I thought.
There you can.
Can we?
Yeah.
Any last words, Miss Beckett?
No, not all. Again, thanks for having me. Appreciate it. I'm starting to look forward to these.
Yep. Especially next Saturday, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll make sure we've both got Wi-Fi, eh?
Yeah, I'll do a post-match and a pre-match.
Yeah. All right, mate. No worries.
Thanks for me, Beckett.
Look after.
Mark, any last words? Because I see Harry's not turned up, so...
Playoffs it is, isn't it?
Aye.
At best. We'll see. roll on next week, and I'll be watching the Doncaster game.
I'll be there. Hopefully, we'll smash them. Thanks for coming, Mark.
You're welcome.
Right, that's the end of the show, everybody. Thank you for coming along. Thank you for Mark, Becky, Cliff, Isaac, and others for joining. Hope you've enjoyed it. We should be back next week at Saturday at 6 o'clock again. Just thanks for coming along. If you like what you're hearing, Chickens on the Loose podcast on all podcast services, and this will be going out as a podcast in the next hour or so. So wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Up the chickens, and hope Doncaster lose on Saturday. Thank you.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.
I'm Jagmeet Singh. By voting NDP, you've helped to build this country. Healthcare for families, pensions for workers. And even when we're not in power, do Democrats get things done for people, like dental care? It's because of you. Because you vote NDP, we can make life better and stand up to any government that wants to cut the things that we value. Vote NDP and make sure we're there fighting for you. Authorized by the registered agent for the New Democratic Party of Canada.